Hello, my name is MooingCat and welcome to my minigame tutorial for the 2023 anniversary event. In this video, I will go through all you need to know about the minigame, how it works, how to get the most out of it and how to solve it. I will also talk a little bit about chests and how they work. And I will also show a minigame solver that I've made that you can use to help you figure out which gems to merge in this minigame. Now, the minigame is brand new, so don't worry, I will go through a thorough description of how and guide of how the actual minigame works. And then after that, I will go through my process of merging gems, which is what you do in this minigame. Now, I also have another video on this event where I talk a little bit more about the rewards and give you my thoughts on those, and also go through the strategies on how to get the most out of the event. So this video will be focused on the minigame and the chests, and that other video on strategies and the rewards you can get. So check that out if you want. It will be linked in the description. In the description, you can also find the written guide that I have made. It is the one that I will be using, the one you see on the screen right now. So if you want to read that, you can find that in the description. Now, one final thing I want to mention before I end. Well, if you find this helpful, feel free to share it with your friends and guildmates. And also feel free to leave a like and a comment on the video. It really does help me out. So with that said, let me go through the event mechanics. So the event window, the main window here, looks something like this. You have the minigame, the main part, in the bottom left corner here. On top, as usual, you have the rewards. In this event, you have leagues, grand prizes, and daily specials. But again, I won't talk too much about those in this event. On the right side here, you have chests, which you unlock using keys. And these keys here you generate in the minigame. So let me go through this. I will first go through the minigame and then talk a little bit about the chests. And again, then finally talk about the solver that I've made that can help you speed up the process of figuring out how to play the minigame. All right, the currency for this event is energy. You can see it right up here. In total, for free, you will get around 10,500 energy, but you can also get a decent amount from incidents. On beta, I was able to get above 1,000. That is not guaranteed, but you should be able to get a decent amount at least. So that's nice to have. In terms of energy per diamond, this is actually a really poor event to spend diamonds on, but more on that in the strategy video. All right, let's go through the minigame basics. So here we have the minigame window, and when you start the minigame, it will look something like this. You will have a total of 32 gems. Each of these gems are what is called locked. You can see behind them, there is this kind of glass pane icon, and that symbolizes that this is a locked gem. Now, one of your main goals in the minigame is to unlock or break all of these locked gems. When you do, you get some rewards. Again, I'll talk a little bit more about that later. Another important aspect of the minigame is the creation of keys. You can see that each of these gems have a symbol in the top right corner here of the gem, and that is key pieces. So you have a bottom and a top key piece. So here you have a top key piece, a bottom key piece, and so on. And to create keys, you need to merge two key pieces of the opposite type. So a bottom with a top key piece. I'll explain that a little bit more later on, don't worry. Now you can see that there are 3 different gem colors, and each color has 4 different gem levels. And you can see all of them here. So, all right, where to go next? Okay, talking about the keys for a moment. To create the full keys here, you need to merge key pieces. Again, I'll talk about that later on. And there are 5 or 6 ways to actually combine these key pieces. So if you combine a top piece with another top piece, the result will be a top piece. Makes sense. If you combine a bottom piece with another bottom piece, you will get a bottom piece. If you combine a bottom piece with a top piece, you will get a full key. So if you combine a bottom piece with or a top piece with a bottom piece, you will get a full key. If you combine a full key with another full key, the result will be a full key, which might sound wasteful, but there are reasons to do this, which I'll talk about. And if you combine a full key with either a bottom or a top piece, or a free piece, you will get a full key as a result. So once you have crafted a full key, you will never lose that. All right, let's talk about merging and what I mean by that. So as I mentioned, one of the main goals is to break all of these locked pieces, and the way you do that is by merging other gems into them. Now, when you merge, you first have to spawn what is called free gems. You do that by using this spawner here. You click on it and it will spawn a random gem on any of the free tiles here. And this gem can be any of the available gems, any color, any level, although the lower levels are more frequent, and actually red ones are more common than green and blue. The red ones appear 40% of the time, the green and blue ones 30% of the time, and that's by design. I'll talk a little bit more about that later on. So the first thing, again, you need to do is to spawn free gems. I will talk much more about this in my strategies video, but my recommendation is to spawn between 10 and 16 gems on a given board. And my recommendation is to do this ahead of time, so spawn all gems before you start planning on how you want to merge gems. So in order to merge two gems, you first need to click on a gem of a given color and a given level, and then click on another gem of the same color and same level, and those two gems will be merged. So if I click on this blue one, for example, I can merge this blue with any of the other level 1 blue gems. I can merge it with another free gem, or ideally, I can merge it with a locked gem. So that's the main thing you want to do, but sometimes you do also merge two free gems. The locked gems you cannot merge with other locked gems, or you cannot merge them at all. So in order to actually use a locked piece, you first have to break it out with a free gem. So if I merge this gem here, for example, with this gem here, it would create a level 2 gem. It would still have the top key piece, and it would also be free, so I can now use this piece to merge with another level 2 blue gem. So to merge, again, you have to do the same color, same level, and you can either merge a free gem with another free gem, or a free gem with another locked gem. You cannot merge two locked gems together. All right, so that's merging. And again, just a quick reminder, to create keys or full keys, you need to merge. So say we created a level 2 gem here with the top piece. If I now merge this one with this level 2 gem with the bottom piece, that would create a level 3 gem with a full key. So that's how you create the keys, and that's how you break all of these locked gems. All right, now let me go through the process of actually figuring out how to merge gems, how best to do it with the gems that you have spawned on the board here. Okay, one quick thing before. When you break a gem, as I mentioned, you get a reward and some progress. If you break a level 1 gem, you get 1 progress for the grand prizes. Same for level 2 and level 3 gems. If you merge level 4 gems, you get 2 progress. And again, that only counts for when you merge one of the locked pieces here. If I merge 2 free gems, you will not get any rewards from doing that. All right, let's talk about how to plan and how to merge gems. First of all, I want to share a little hack that I like to use, that that you can use before actually thinking at all. So in this scenario here, I'll just use this for a moment. We have 4 level 1 blue gems. We only have 3 level 1 locked gems of the same color. So in scenarios like this, where you have more or the same number of free gems of a level 1 of a given color, you can go ahead and merge it with all of the locked gems without actually having to think. So that's what I do in this GIF over here. If I let it loop around. So here you can see that I have all of these 4 gems. So I lock them, or I use them to merge or unlock all of these 3 locked gems. So that's a quick hack that you can do right ahead before actually planning ahead. But assuming for now that we don't have that scenario, let me go through the process of how I like to plan and execute merging all the gems of a given color. And I do this color by color. Again, you can only merge gems of the same color, so you can treat them as separate colors and only focus on one at a time. That's much simpler than focusing on multiple at the same time. So yeah, the first thing you want to do is to get an overview of where the key pieces you have are and how many you have. So I'm going to be using the same example, or the same board, but I'm going to be using the red as an example. So this is the same board as you saw above, except that I've already solved the blue and greens. So in this board here, I have 5 bottom pieces and 10 top pieces for the key. That means that I can get up to 5 full keys. The number of full keys you can get is always equal to the lowest of the key pieces here. Now what you can see in the window here is the FOE helper extensions event helper thing. It displays a lot of useful information, including this window here, which shows the available gems in each color. You also have the same for green and blue, but I've just included the red one here. If you don't have that, you can do the same by simply looking at the window here. I can see that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bottom pieces. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 top pieces, and so on. And I can get an overview that way. It's a little bit more annoying, I suppose, but yeah, simple enough to get an overview that way. So that's the first part, get an overview. Now, another thing I want to say is that I recommend that you plan ahead all the way to the end before you start merging. However, I do realize that's quite hard or time consuming. So if you don't want to do that, you can follow the process I'm about to describe step by step and then merge at each step without planning all the way ahead. Most of the time that will be perfectly fine. Every now and then you might find a situation where what seemed to be the best plan early on wasn't the best plan, but usually it is. So you can follow the process here, merging after each step. So the way I solve the minigame for each color is that I start merging at the bottom, I start merging the level 1 gems. So when merging the level 1 gems, it's actually quite simple. The general rule is that you should break the level 1 gems with the key pieces you have the least of in the level 2, 3, and 4 gems. That's quite a mouthful, but if I go back to this overview here, I can see that I have 1, 2, 3, 4 bottom pieces in the level 2, 3, and 4 gems. I have 5 top pieces. So that means that I have a least of the bottom pieces. So the first gem I should prioritize for level 1 gems is the bottom piece. So the first one I will merge is this bottom piece here, and I will merge that. Now after I've done that, I will have the same number of bottom and top pieces in the top 3 levels here. I will have 5 of each. At this point, I simply choose a random one of these two, although in this situation, I only have top pieces remaining, sorry. So in this case, it's quite simple. I simply break as many of those as well as possible. So for this example, I'm able to break this bottom piece here, and then all of these 3 top pieces here. That will leave a couple of bottom pieces, but top pieces here that I haven't been able to unlock, but that's fine. So after planning which of these gems I want to merge, you could, if you want to, you can go ahead and merge right now. Or if you want to plan all the way ahead, you can write down all the gems, level 2 gems you would have if you did this step. So if I did this step, I would end up with these level 2 gems, which you can see here. So I would end up with 3 gems with top pieces. So we have 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. I would end up with one free gem with a bottom piece, which is here. I would end up with one free gem without a key piece, which is here, and that one is one of the ones I spawned early on. I have one locked gem with a top piece, which is here, and I have two locked gems with bottom pieces, which is here and here. So with those, I can now move ahead to step 2, which is to merge the level 2 gems. And here the process is a little bit more complicated, a few more steps, but it is quite simple. And don't worry, once you've started playing a little bit, you will definitely understand this much better. So step 1 is to merge any 2 gems with opposing key pieces. You should prioritize doing that by combining or merging a free gem with a locked gem, but you should also combine 2 free gems after you have combined all the locked gems. So what do I mean by this? Well, merge any 2 gems with opposing key pieces. So in this scenario, you want to merge all the bottom pieces with, all the top pieces, with bottom pieces, and all the bottom pieces with top pieces. And preferably you want to do that by merging a free gem with a locked gem. So in this scenario, it's quite a nice example. We are able to merge this top piece with this bottom piece with this top piece, and this top piece here with this bottom piece. Ooh, so I have described or included the step 1 here. So all of these follow the step 1. And now after you've done that, you can move on to step 2. So here you should merge any free gem that don't have a key piece with the gems that do have a key piece. So here you should again prioritize merging a free gem with a locked gem. But if you don't have any locked gem, you should merge them with another free gem. Now, if you can choose between different key pieces to merge this free gem with that doesn't have a key piece, you should again choose the one that there are the least of in the levels above. So same idea as when merging the level 1 pieces. In this example though, I only have 2 free gems remaining, these 2 here, so I simply merge these. Now step 3 here, we don't have this in this example, but the remaining step is to simply merge any remaining gems, trying to keep as many key pieces as possible. Now what do I mean by this? Well, in this example, say we had another free level 2 gem without any key pieces and another level 2 gem with a top key piece like this. In that case, instead of combining the 2 top pieces and the 2 gems without any key piece, you should combine each of these gems without a key piece with the gem with a key piece. That leaves you more options later on. So yeah, that's the best way to do it if possible. All right. Now, performing all of these steps in this scenario, we will end up with these level 3 gems. So going down here, we have 3 free gems with a full key, because remember, the first part here is to merge keys or gems with opposing key pieces, which, as I mentioned, will create a key or full key. So in this case, we have 3 free gems with full keys. We have this, this, and this. We have 1 free gem with a top piece, which is the one we created here by doing this. So we have that one there. We have 2 free gems without key pieces, which is those are the ones that spawned that I spawned initially when I spent the energy. We have 1 locked gem with a top piece here, and we have 1 locked gem with a bottom piece over here. All right. So next step is to merge all the level 3 gems, and here, while it is similar to level 2, it is slightly different. So let me go through the steps. The first step is exactly the same actually. Here you should merge any 2 gems with opposing key pieces. Again, you should prioritize merging a free gem with a locked gem, but you can also merge 2 free gems if you want. Alright, so in this example here, we have 1 of this. We have a free gem here with the top piece and a locked gem here with the bottom piece. So I can merge this with this. And after that, we don't have any more free gems with a key piece. So we can move on to step number 2. Now, step number 2 here is very specific, but it is still there. So let me go through it. Alright, so if you have a free level 3 gem without a key piece, and both a locked level 3 and level 4 gem with opposing key pieces, you should merge the two level 3 gems. Now, what does this mean? Well, in this scenario, a free level 3 gem without a key piece, we do have one here, we have another one there, and then a locked level 3 and level 4 gem with opposing key pieces. That means that if I now have, for example here, a locked level 3 gem with a top piece, and here a locked level 4 gem with a bottom piece, I should merge these. However, there is one exception, or one additional condition here, that in this scenario actually means that I shouldn't do this. So the exception is that if you spawned a level 4 gem when you initially spawned the gems, and you have two level 4 gems with opposing key pieces, you shouldn't include those as available for this step. I know it's quite specific, but I do want to be thorough here. You don't really have to think about this if you don't want to. So in this scenario, here I did spawn a level 4 gem, and I do have two level 4 gems here, locked level 4 gems with opposing key pieces, a top and a bottom. So what I do is that I exclude these from this step, and if I do that, I now see that even though I do have level 3 and level 4 gems remaining that are locked, they do not have opposing key pieces. So in other words, this condition doesn't apply anymore, and I shouldn't follow step 2. So that's why I don't merge these. Now step 3, here you should merge level 3 gems that have full keys with other level 3 gems. Again, you should prioritize merging with a locked level 3 gem. If you don't have that, you should merge it with a free level 3 gem without a full key. So either a key piece or no key piece at all. Or if none of those are available, you should merge two level 3 gems that have a full key together. Because one level 4 key with a key piece is better, or full key, is better than two level 3 keys with a full key. Now, I'll go over it in a moment, but yeah, when you convert the keys here, when you get the keys out from these gems, you get one key from the level 3 gems, but you get 3 keys from level 4 gems. So two level 3 gems would give you 2 keys, while one level 4 gem with a full key would give you 3 keys. All right. Then after that, again, merge any remaining gems, again trying to keep as many key pieces as possible. So in this example, we followed step 1 to merge these, and then step 3 to merge all of the level full keys I crafted with other level 3 gems. So following that, we will now end up with 4 free gems with a full key. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 1 free gem without a key piece, which is this one, the one we started with. We have 3 locked gems with a top piece, so 1, 2, 3. And finally 1 locked gem with a bottom piece. All right, now the process for merging level 4 gems is slightly different than the previous levels. The first one is the same though. You should merge any 2 gems with opposing key pieces. Again, merge a free with a locked gem if possible. Or if you do have 2 free gems with opposing key pieces, you should merge those 2. Now the next step 2 is kind of the opposite of the step 2 in the previous level. If you have any spawned level 4 gem, so this one here, and 2 locked level 4 gems with opposing key pieces, merge the 3 gems together one by one. So in this scenario, I can merge this first with this, and then with this, and I will create a full, or I'll create a level 4 gem with a full key. And then finally, step 3, you should merge any free level 4 gem with all remaining locked gems. And you do this to get progress towards the grand prizes. So in this scenario, I can merge this with this, this with this. It doesn't matter which free gem you use. I think what I did in this example is that I simply used this gem. I merged it with that, and then finally that. That way I broke or unlocked all of those gems, and I also got the key piece. So that's the process. I know it's very complex and might seem overwhelming, but when you start playing, things will be much simpler, don't worry. And usually you don't have to think this much. definitely not at all. And especially for blue and green, it's often much simpler than this. Things kind of just, yeah, sort themselves out without having to think too much. Anyways, so after you have planned, if you haven't done anything yet, you should now execute it, merge all of those together. Or if you have, or when you have merged all of them together, you should convert all keys. And by that, converting means that you click on the key, gem with the key, and then click on this converter here. That will give you the keys that this gem have. Because if you don't convert them and you start a new game, you will lose all of these keys. So very important that you convert all the keys. So click on a key, then the converter, click on another key, converter, and so on. And that way you will get the keys. And as I mentioned, when you convert level 4 gems, you get 3 keys. If you convert level 3 gems, which I don't have in this example, you will only get 1 key piece. So when possible, you do want to get all the key pieces, or all the full keys, to level 4 gems. All right, so that's the process of merging. Let me talk a little bit about completing boards and starting new boards. So there are 2 ways of completing a board. Either if you're able to clear all the locked gems, then you're able to reset the board for free. You get this board finished screen when you click to end the game. And if I could just go back up here real quick, when you want to end the game, you click on this symbol here, and that will get you to that screen where you can end the game. If you have cleared all the locked pieces, you will get this board finished screen here. You have this chest here, which includes a small reward. This one includes various things like one-up kit, a renovation kit, some selection kits, and so on. It's nice, but it's nothing too special. You see here that you also get some keys. Depending on how many gems you have remaining on the board after you have converted, keep in mind you should always convert, but after that you might still have plenty of free gems that you can't convert, that don't have a full key piece. Depending on how many of these you have, you might get some additional keys here. I wouldn't focus too much on it because I wouldn't chase after more gems in order to get these additional keys. It's just some nice if you get them, but don't worry about them. Anyways, here you can click the claim and reset. You will get the reward here, and you will reset the game, and you will start from scratch. And again, it'll look something like this with 32 locked gems again. That's one way to end the game, but usually you don't end up completing a board. I will go over that more in my strategy video, but if you don't unlock all the locked pieces, you can still reset the board, and you do that by spending some energy. Now, the first time you reset on a given day, that is free. Then it starts costing more and more. The next time on a given day costs 20 energy, then 40 energy, 80, 160, and so on. The cost doubles every time, but it does reset at midnight. And that's one of the main reasons you should play this minigame every day. Again, I will go over that in much more detail in my strategies guide coming out tomorrow. All right, so yeah, if you haven't been able to clear the board, which most of the time you will not be able to do, you might never be able to unlock it, and that's to clear it, and that's completely normal, depending on your strategy. Then you should reset the board. All right, and then you can start again. You'll get a new board, and you can continue. Once again, reminder: do not do this before you have converted all the keys on the board. All right, and that's most of the stuff about the minigame. Let me talk a little bit about let me talk a little bit about chests first, and then I will end the video talking about the Minigame Solver that I've made. So, if I go back up to here, we can see these chests here on the right side. This is the way you get daily specials in the event. Now, with the keys you have been able to craft, you can unlock these chests here. So, here you can see how much they cost. Here you can see how many points you get, because you do get points for progress here. And if you hover over the chests here, you will get some you will see what it will give, including a chance of the daily special. So there are 6 different chests, each, and for each, chest here, the cost is different. So the smallest one costs 3 keys, then 6 keys, 9, 12, 18, all the way up to 18 keys, 15, sorry. And also for the bronze keys here, each of the, or the number of keys you have to spend only come from one key type. From the silver chest here, they come from 2 different key types, and from the gold chest here from all 3 different key types or key colors. So again, here you can see that the silver chest here, you have 2 different key colors you need to spend. For the gold chest here, you have all 3. But you do see that the amount varies, and that varies from chest to chest. I won't go too much into detail about the differences there, but basically there are 25 different chest variations. There are 10 different gold chests. There are, how many? I don't remember the exact numbers, but in any event, the chest that is most likely to appear is the most expensive one, the gold one here, and that's, I don't need to go through why, but that's that's what it is. Now these chests here, the best ones for grand prize progress are the most expensive ones, the top ones here. They give all the way up to 1.5 per progress per key. So the top one here gives 27 progress, the next one 21, 15, and so on. When it comes to daily special chance, that is reversed. The gold ones, they do give more, but the lower ones, the bronze chests, do give more or higher chance per daily special. So 1.67% chance per daily special per key, and the gold one here 1.33, so a little bit lower. Now that might lead you to believe that, well, if you want to focus on grand prizes, you should focus on the most expensive chests. If you want to focus on the daily specials, you should focus on the least expensive chests. But that's not entirely true, because as I did mention earlier on, you will end up with different number of the different key colors. So red has a higher chance of spawning, which means you will end up with more red keys than green and blue keys. Red has a 40% chance of spawning, while green and blue only have 30% each, which means that you will most likely end up with above 40% red keys and slightly below 30% green and blue keys. So when you spend on chests here, it is very important that you balance out the number of keys you have. Again, if I go up here, what you should do is that you should look at the key costs here. With this one, I spend 6 red and 6 blue. This one, it is 3 green, 6 red, and 6 blue. And this one, it is 6 green, 9 red, and 3 blue. Now relatively speaking, this one costs more red compared to the other two. This one is the one that costs the most, or allows you to spend the most red keys compared to the other two. So this one would be the best choice here when it comes to balancing out. If, for example, this chest here was a bronze chest that only cost red keys, that would be the best choice, and so on. So as long as you have an imbalance here in the number of keys, as you can see in this example, you should focus on spending as many red keys as possible while saving the other two. And you should do that until you're able to get a balanced number of keys, roughly the same of each. At that point, then you could start playing a little bit more strategically, going for bronze key chests if you want the best chance for daily special, or the gold chest if you want the most progress towards grand prizes. But for the most part, you will be balancing or trying to balance out the keys you spend. So that is very important. Another quick thing I want to mention is that the first chest of a day gives twice the reward. And you can see it here. You have this 2x here. That means I haven't opened the chest this day. So that means you get twice the amount of progress. This would usually give 27. Times 2 is 54. And also the reward you get is doubled. So if you get the daily special, that would be doubled as well, which is quite nice. So the first chest of a given day gets double the reward. I will talk more about that in my strategy video, where we'll talk about if it is worth actually doing that. All right, let me end this video by talking about the Minigame Solver that I've made, which might be what most of you will take from this video. So here I have a simple script here. How does this work? Okay, let me explain how it works using this example video. And this, you might notice, is actually the video or the example I used further up in the tutorial, in the guide. So when I get to this stage and I want to solve for the red gems here, I should look at how many of each locked gem I have and a red gem I have, and how many free red gems I have. So here we have the full FoE helper window. It's quite nice. So when it comes to the red ones here, I have one level 1 gem with a bottom piece, this one here. So that means I should put the first entry here, which says L1B, so level 1 bottom. I should set that to 1. I have 5 level 1 gems with the top piece, so I should set the L1T, level 1 top, to 5. And then going on, the level 2 piece, level 2 gem with the bottom piece to 2. So I set that to 2, and then so on. I just keep on looking at these, or you can count them yourself, and then write down all the numbers here. Then you get the number of spawned gems. These are all the free gems here. So I have 4 level 1 free gems, so 4 there. I have 1 level 2 free gem, so I put 1 at level 2 there. I have 2 level 3 gems, so I put 2 there. And I have 1 level 4, so I put 1 there. So that's how you enter in the numbers in this simulator. After you have done that, you can click on this run symbol, and it will give you a suggestion on how to merge the gems in the minigame. And if I go back to the video, let me see how to best do this. So you can see both at the same time. All right, so the first step here is to merge a free level 1 with a locked level 1 bottom piece, which you can see that I do here. After that, you should merge the 3 remaining level 1 free gems with the top locked level 1 gems with the top piece, which you can see that I do. There we go. So that's all the level 1 merges you should do. Then moving on to level 2 merges. I'm not sure if I do it in the exact order, but here it suggests first merging a level 2 piece with a top, or a free level 2 gem with a top piece with a locked level 2 gem with a bottom piece, which I do right here. And then the same with another level 2 free gem with a top piece, combined with another locked level 2 gem with a bottom piece. And then merge the level 2 bottom piece, free level 2 bottom piece here, with the locked level 2 top piece, which I do there. And then finally merge the free level 2 gem with the free level 2 gem with a top piece, which you can see I do right there. So that is the level 2 steps done. Now moving on to the level 3 merges here, we have free level 3 top piece with the locked level 3 bottom piece. So I follow that. And then it is merging all the level 3 key gems with full keys or one with the locked level 3 key piece with a top there, which I believe I do. I think I might think a little bit before I do it. But then, yeah, merge the other 2. There we go. Merge the other 2 with the full, free key. So that's all the level 3 gems merges. And then finally, level 4. I should first merge the free level 4 gem with a level 4 gem with a top piece. I should now merge that level 2 free gem with a top piece with the bottom piece here. I do it in a slightly different order here. As you can see, I merge it first with that, and then finally with the bottom piece. But yeah, the last 2 steps here would just be the same, except in reverse. I would use the full gem here, full key, to break the other 2 there. So there you can see, here is the plan that the solver suggested, and here is an example of me following that plan. So hopefully you can see how it works. Now, I cannot guarantee that this will always be the best solution, although I do, based on my testing, it seems to be the best most of the time. And the solver, the logic for it, is pretty much the same that I went over in this video when it comes to all of these steps here. It's simply the same. I'm going through all of these steps, leveling or merging level 1 gems, level 2 gems, and so on, following these rules here that I've made out. And that's simply how the solver works. So it's nothing fancy, it's nothing more detailed than that, but based on that, you should get a very good answer. I think most of the time the best answer or the best solution with the locked gems and the free gems that you currently have on your board. Now I do want to say one quick thing, and that is that you should write down all of these here before you start merging with a given color. Because once you start merging, you will have, so once I start merge, if I say that I merge here, so once I've started to merge here, I will also have 3 gems here with key pieces. And as you can see, those are not included in the numbers here. Now, there is a way you can include them if you want to. So let me quickly show how to do that. So say that I have already started, but I want to double check what I really want to do or should do. I can still do it. So now I need to update the numbers. I now have no more level 1 gems. Actually, let me do side by side. That should be a little bit more simpler to do. Let's do that. Okay, so side by side. Let's go to, where is it? There we go. So click on that symbol if it doesn't show up. So here, I now have no more of these. I have 2 locked level 1 pieces with a key, with a top key piece. All of these I have not touched yet, so they stay the same. And now I have no more free level 1 gems. I still have the same number of free level 2, 3, and 4 gems, but I also have some gems here that don't, or level 2 gems here with top and bottom pieces. So here, you don't have to set these, but in this scenario you can do it. So the way this works is we have 3 gems, level 1 gems with a bottom piece. Next one is 3 level 2 gems with a bottom piece, 3 level 3 gems with a bottom piece, and so on. So in this scenario, I have 1 level 2 gem with a bottom piece, and I have 3 level 2 gems with a top piece. So I can do that. If I go back here, where did it go? Solver. And if I now click run, it should, okay, I see I need to update a little bit. Yeah, now it gives the same result. All right. Yeah, same result. I do need to update this text. You can see that now I got 5 out of 4 possible keys. Don't bother about that. It is accurate. All right, so that's how you can do that if you want to after you have already started. But ideally, you want to enter all of these values before you actually start. Okay, that was quite long-winded. And remember to set these back to 0 after you have done that. All right. That's about all I want to say. I've been going on for way too long already, but hopefully this made sense. And I do apologize for being quite, I don't know, long-winded, thorough, but I do want to give a detailed explanation of exactly what I do. But then once you start playing, I do promise you it will get much simpler, and you will get a much better understanding as you start playing. All right. Now, before I end this video, let me thank my Patreons for their support. I'd like to thank Comstar, Lorden, Rockinobin, Kim Cayley, Rolf the 8th, PQ the Goat, Dan Simonette, Shanti, Merrick B, Hugo Count Von Count, Dritter Generous, Susan Weiss, Rocco, Merchant Emrys, Spike from No Remorse, Privacy Avenger, Ashbourne, Henrik Darek Kleber, Mattia, Obsidy Obsessed, Ref, Odaril, Mike, Wolfboy, Atomic, Ruth, Flavius Belisarius, Karen, and Dennis. Thanks a lot for watching, take care, and I will see you in the future.